Hello and welcome to a time special presentation for Thirukkural with the Times, where we explore real-world lessons from the classic Tamil text Thirukkural with motivational speaker, author and diversity champion Bharathi Baskar as she explores the masterpiece. Vegetarian, vegan, flexitarian. Food, once about hunger, now carries the weight of ethics, climate and compassion. How choices have shifted from habit to conscience. What does Thiruvalluvar say about restraint?
Would you like fries with it? The girl behind the counter asked the American standing before me at the McDonald's outlet. He hesitated, a long hesitation for what should have been the simplest of decisions. Big Mac, drink, fries, yes or no? I grew mildly impatient. Why was his choice so difficult? Only later did it strike me that the difficulty did not lie in the fries. It lay in the burger itself. Vegetarian, vegan, flexitarian. A single patty had splintered into moral choices. In that moment, under fluorescent lights and digital menus, I realized that food, once a matter of hunger, had quietly become a matter of conscience. The World Economic Forum recently published data on changing global food habits. Vegetarianism, once considered marginal in the West, is steadily rising across Europe and the United States. Curiously, it is declining in large emerging economies such as India, where traditional diets are slowly yielding to speed, packaging, and convenience. Among the Gen Z in Europe, vegetarianism is being embraced with fresh intensity, not as denial, but as awareness, protecting animals, reducing environmental strain, living with fewer hidden consequences. The logic is simple. Growing plants asks less of the earth than raising animals for food. Vegetables requires far less land, water and energy. Fewer forests are cleared, fewer resources extracted, fewer gases released. That is why a vegetarian diet produces nearly 2.5 times less carbon emission than a meat-based one. Eating vegetarian for a year can save emissions equal to removing a small family car from the road for 6 months. Yet, the case for meat eating carries its own dignity. Across history, meat has been nourishment in difficult climates, insurance against crop failure, and a compact source of strength where options were limited. For many communities even today, meat is not indulgence but continuity, woven into livelihoods, traditions and survival itself. In this light, meat eating is not moral neglect but practical inheritance. Here logic does not cancel logic, it stands beside it. Long before climate charts and sustainability panels, the Tamil land approached food through a softer instinct, not calculation, but empathy. Across the world today, vegetarianism is no longer eccentric. Silicon Valley entrepreneurs adopt plant-based diets for health and longevity. European governments encourage reduced meat consumption. What appears newly awakened is, in truth, deeply old. This is where Thiruvalluvar excels, not as a lawgiver, but as a poet of compassion. Avisorinth Vettalin, Ondran, Uyirsegutth Thunnamai Nandru. Better than 1,000 burnt offerings is one life unkilled, uneaten. This squirrel is not a commandment, it is an expression of feeling. 1,000 ritual fires may blaze, but they do not equal the quiet mercy of restraint. Empathy here outweighs spectacle. Feeling outweighs form. This sensitivity already prevailed in the land. Jain thought extended compassion even to unseen life. Jain monks wear a thin cloth over their mouths, so that tiny airborne organisms are not swallowed, and gently sweep the ground with peacock feathers before they walk, ensuring ants are not crushed. Care here is microscopic. Tamil Sangam literature echoes this gentleness. Purananuru speaks of ascetics as kolla nonbinar, those who have vowed not to kill. Agananuru describes hospitality through rice, milk, curd, fruits, honey, and vegetables. Meat appears openly in most places. Its absence elsewhere is deliberate. Vegetarian food is not portrayed as denial, but as choice shaped by feeling. Even power once learned restraint. Emperor Ashoka's edicts from the 3rd century BCE record reduced slaughter, protected animals, and banned killing on certain days. After Kalinga, remorse hardened into mercy, carved into stone. Against this background, Valluvar reminds us that progress is not only about what we invent, but about what we choose not to harm. It was the same voice that echoed much later in Saint poet Vallalar's verse, "I shed tears seeing plants that wither without water." And somewhere between a burger choice and a spared life, the question remains quietly unanswered.